Welcome back to Hardcore Heroes, everybody. The night outside of the village goes peacefully.
Cool.
Aside from a couple of false starts where you thought you heard another giant coming, but it just turned out to be the wind in the trees.
Yeah.
fine.
Before we go to sleep that night, I do want to talk with Malachi about something.
While Malachi buries Bear, I will go to my home and look for the hunting equipment of my mother.
It's not there.
Okay. So I'm going to have a conversation with Malachi.
A private conversation with Malachi?
It doesn't have to be private, but while he's gone, sure.
Sure.
Like, I guess it will be private, but that isn't necessarily the intent. I'd mention that I have a spell called extra dimensional detection. And that if these people vanish without a trace, like even if somebody stopped time to take them, this is in character, I guess now. Even if somebody stopped time to take these people, they'd leave tracks and they walk through the village to take them, right?
I guess so.
I'm imagining these people were probably transported out through magical means. And if that's the case, it may have been extra dimensional. And if it's extra dimensional and it was powerful enough to leave an aura, that spell might tell us if that was the case.
Sounds like you have a good few ways to research it. That emotion spell as well.
Yeah, thought captured. I'll take a couple of those. Hopefully our fight with the giant didn't overwrite anything we might have found out.
I'll take detect magic then.
Okay. And then, Kine, do you tell me that about your mother's equipment when you get back?
Yeah, I'm coming back. Maybe just when you finished your conversation. It's weird. Everyone's equipment seems to be gone, like they were wearing it when they vanished. If my mother was hunting out in the forest, that must mean that the magic has either a big radius or
she left afterwards.
Or the knight's equipment is missing too, so I suppose everyone vanished while they were out doing stuff, working.
Sure. If she left the village, she may not have been taken with the rest of them to go hunting. Why would she stay in an abandoned village? She might have just left and moved on. Would she have stayed here though, if everybody else was gone?
She would come. She would have come to Shirebrook. She knew I was there. She would go to me first, and she sent me to investigate this.
Tell you what, Kine. Let me make sure that this actually works. So, AoE, I want. Neil, can locate object be cast on a different person?
You mean so another person could locate it?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Could he describe the object to me in enough detail for it to work, if he knew it very well?
No, I think it says... the spell says something very specific about that.
Okay. Would knowing... could I combine a good description with idea to help out with that, or would I need something more potent than idea?
Could I draw it for you? Maybe I have some...
I think it'd have to be a photorealistic drawing.
Yeah. I don't think that... You would need to actually have held the object at some point.
Okay. If he described it to me in great detail and I used idea, would that do it, or would I need genius for that?
I'm not familiar with what genius is.
Genius is like the superpowered version of idea.
Idea won't work. I'm
Okay.
not ready to make a ruling on genius yet.
Genius is basically, it doesn't have to be something that you forgot or don't have access. It's like you can get new information with genius. It's similar to idea, except that the priest player can ask the DM one question about any event occurring at the moment. The question must be somehow related to evaluation of the current situation. So I could ask, like, what are these monsters near us? Or I could ask, like, what does this bow that I'm looking for look like? Is what I'm thinking with that. But even then, I wouldn't be able to do it this level.
Well, so if it's the next day, I guess I'll start by casting detect magic on the village.
I will take 2 thought collections and 1 extra dimensional detection. So that's enough for me to memorize spells right after.
Okay, so you cast Detect Magic on the town.
Yeah. While I'm standing in the middle of the town.
You notice a very large but faint residual magic aura sitting over the town. It's maybe 100 yards across. It extends beyond the range of the village itself, which is not that big. It kind of sets out into the forest beyond.
Can I work out the center of it?
No, not really. No,
Okay.
it goes out too far into the forest for you to be able to see the edge of the aura.
Okay. Is there anything else in the village magical?
Yes. You notice in the knight's house there is another magic aura as well.
So firstly, do I know the school of magic for the aura?
Or which aura? Oh, the big aura.
Yeah.
It's a 10% chance per level.
Think so. I'll just check. 10% chance per level, yeah, 60%.
1 sec here. Closed my windows. Illusion.
Illusion.
It is illusion.
Okay.
So, with that in mind, then, can I try and disbelieve an illusion or not?
What illusion are you trying to disbelieve?
That maybe the markings of like people being stolen, like like fights and like blood and like dead bodies and stuff like that, maybe have been hidden by this spell to make it look like no one had walked here.
Okay.
So maybe the
roll.
Do you say that to us? Or?
I think he's
No,
doing
I think this is internally. So an intelligence roll now.
I'm going to make a roll in secret.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You attempt to disbelieve the illusion, but you don't.
Okay.
Nothing changes.
Do you tell me about that? That it's an illusion?
After I go and check out whatever's magical in the knight's house.
So I've got 2 spells that I'm going to cast. Well, 3 technically, but 2 different spells I'm going to cast before I take my spells for the day.
Mm-hmm.
I go to parts of the town that are a decent distance away from where the giant fight happened because I don't want this to interfere. And I cast Thought Collection.
Okay. Let me just do this right now, Malachi. There is a magical aura coming from underneath one of the floorboards in the knight's house.
Can I pry it open?
Yeah, actually, as you try to move it, it just kind of comes up real easy, like.
Okay.
Yes?
I'm just standing around looking what they are doing. See Malachi going to the knight's house, following him.
So what comes up now? What's the aura of this thing?
Of this item?
Yeah.
For that. I don't even know how to describe it. You pry up the floorboard and you see a potion sitting there.
Okay. What's it look like?
A potion of vitality.
No. It says S heroism on it.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
I see Malachi shoving this floorboard to the side, see the potion stepping beside him.
Pull it out and say, well, this looks like, I think this is a potion to make fighters heroic in battle for a short time. If the knight had known something was happening, perhaps he would have drunk the potion. Maybe this implies that he was caught unawares.
Well, he had his armor, so he was probably on duty.
Yeah.
And,
See, I didn't. There's a magical aura here similar to the one above the dwarves' village.
What kind of magical aura?
Like maybe
different schools of magic, but
yeah, I don't know. Like maybe it's, I don't know. It's illusion, but I've looked. I don't really see any. I can't see what it would be.
So something is tricking us.
Yeah, something covering the whole town. I thought maybe it was. There's spells that can be used to like cover the tracks of somebody that's walked in an area or things like that. But I don't know. I had a look, and it doesn't seem to be that. That seems real.
Well, yeah. I'm looking at the potion. You're not using that, right?
Not right now. I think we should give this one to Van Helsing.
Clerics make potions, so I'd recognize ones like this, right? And I know what they do roughly.
All right, so here we're running into another old second edition problem here. One of the reasons second edition has its errors is that some magical items are only usable by certain classes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying that whether or not I can use it. I'm just saying, do I know what it is?
Right. That's why I'm bringing this up.
Okay.
Is that a potion of superheroism is only usable by fighters.
Fighters or warriors.
Warriors, but Van Helsing is a cleric, so he couldn't use it. Malachi couldn't use it.
But Kine could use it.
Kine could use it. But I don't know how to translate that into in-game knowledge. It seems stupid for you guys to just be like, anyone can use this, and then have it fail on a person.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
I'm just going to say that somehow you guys know that only Kine can use it?
Maybe I know that magical potential interferes with the potion.
Ah.
Well,
So like those who have the ability to... Oh, that's true. But you're not magical yet.
You could say that the potion draws on the fighting ability, the fighting or the combat potential in your body, your trained body. You are trained. Warriors are trained to fight physically, and maybe this potion draws the maximum potential from your body that you have currently.
It's got to be something like that, I guess. But
Yeah. So
that's why it's not usable by wizards, because they don't have any great physical potential in them. They're only studying.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't necessarily grant you those powers so much as it unlocks your inner potential.
yeah,
It's Kyoka.
it's pretty fucking badass though.
Yeah. But okay.
Yeah, so we bring the potion to Van.
Well, yeah. I mean, if Van tells us that only you can use it, then I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Do I know the general specifics of what it does?
you have
I don't. So as a cleric, the clerics are the ones who make potions. So if somebody was a head cleric for a while, I probably know a decent amount about the trade, even if I can't do it myself.
I think unlocks your fighting potential is as good as we're gonna get here.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
How much does it weigh? If it weighs anything?
1 pound.
Okay.
So we got some fun spells to do then. Malachi did mention that it was illusory magic, but first I got to do my thing. So first I'm going to do 2 thought collection in areas of the town that are not near the giant, where the giant was yesterday. So I want to go to like other parts that our fight with the giant won't interfere is what I'm going for.
Mm-hmm.
And it says that the most intense memories tend to be the ones you collect. So I'm going to try and get ones that are like away from the giant fight and see what else happened in this town recently.
Okay.
Maybe you should go to the granary or some area where we didn't look for people.
I've got 2 spells I can cast. So yeah, one of those. Just anywhere that's not nearby that looks like a decent place for congregation, I guess.
Sure. So, you thought capture.
Mm-hmm.
The thought capture that you get. Can you read the key description of that spell for me again?
Sure. Thought capture. This bizarre contention held by priests of the school of thought is generally scoffed at by outsiders. Once a thought has occurred in someone's brain, it's all just fluff. Makes the priest's brain something of a magnet that attracts thought objects in close proximity. The priest can sense strong thoughts and emotions and can even sometimes see momentary visions of creatures who died or suffered some powerful emotion in the immediate vicinity. They're always attracted to the priest in the order of the strongest, so those attached to powerful emotions or significant events.
Okay. You get confusion and panic as emotions from your first thought capture.
Okay. Do I see anything?
No.
Okay. Then another spell I cast before taking my spells for the day is extra dimensional detection. If there was anything that involved interplanar travel, including things like dimensional folding, the pre-spell, anything like that would be detected.
What's the spell called? Dimension detection?
Extra dimensional detection. I figure if it's a residual aura, then it might work. And then after that, I've got something else I'm going to try, but I have to memorize spells first.
10 feet wide, 60 feet long, the direction he's facing.
And it
round per
lasts
level.
Yeah.
Scanning a 60-degree arc.
Mostly just going to look around pretty quickly and then go back and memorize my spells.
You detect no extra-dimensional anything.
So I'm going to go back and memorize spells for the day, including dispel magic.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I'm going to take 2 castings of that, and it works in a 30-foot cube. So I'm going to go and I'm going to ask Kine for help here. I'm going to ask him to show me places where he thinks the most people would congregate. Like during the day, where would everybody be hanging out at? And I'm going to go there. I'm going to cast dispel magic in that area.
Nice.
The granary at town hall would be one place.
You cast detect magic.
Dispel.
Dispel magic.
Let me drop this.
You look around after having cast it and don't see anything different.
All right, I've got 2 castings of it.
So, Neil, what other place would I know of where many people would gather when something happened?
Well, it's not a big village. There's really not that many places. So near that kind of area out in front of the granary would be the main spot. Granary would be the main spot. But then there's, there's a couple of places where people skin hides, and they usually hang out there a lot. Get their hides like stretched over a rack. So,
well, I show him one of these places. If nothing is at the town halls, and maybe
I have one more casting of the spell kind, and I'm wondering, should we try your house? Your mom lived there, right?
Well, she would have been out for the day, but
I only mention it because there was a chair that was knocked over, which doesn't seem like much. It could happen. But it seems like a better lead than anything else we've had.
You're right. Yeah, let's look at there.
All right, so I go there and I cast dispel magic on his house.
Same thing. Nothing seems different.
All right, I'm gonna go cast a nap on myself.
All right. You successfully nap for an hour. In that hour, what is Malachi doing, and what is Kine doing?
I don't know.
In my house, so I'm just guarding the house. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I'm just trying to see through any illusions.
While he naps, while he naps, I'm trying. No, it's not enough time. Can't make any errors.
Nap finishes up. What else are you gonna cast there, Van Helsing?
All right, let me grab my spells. I'm gonna take one more dispel magic just for the day.
I'll go to Vaughn and say, maybe if it is an illusion spell and it's as big as this aura that I've seen, maybe dispel would only work if you cast it where the illusion was cast.
Where it was
cast originally, like the center of the.
All right.
Center of the aura. Maybe.
Grab detect magic, I believe. Make sure I can actually take that. I can. It's first level.
See if we can track down the center of the aura and then.
Yeah.
Well, Malachi, you said that it is a giant dome. That you can't even see the.
I would imagine it would be at the origin, but we'll see.
Well,
okay.
I mean, yeah, it is a giant dome, but if we go from one end of it to the other, we can work out where the middle is.
Yeah.
Well, that would work probably.
All right, so I get back. I'm going to take all these same spells. I do have a second nap spell, by the way, Nick, in case you have more spells to cast.
I probably should have taken more sort of investigatory spells, but I didn't think about it.
Okay. Once I'm back, I'm going to cast Detect Magic. It lasts for 1 turn for me.
Okay.
And during that time, I'm going to try and locate the origin of this aura.
So a turn is 10 minutes.
Yeah. I can see 10 feet wide, 30 yards long. and I can detect the intensity of the magic. 10% chance per level to determine the sphere of the magic, but I do not get the type of magic, but I can get the sphere. So if it's clerical magic, I think.
Yeah, with the 10 minutes of detect magic, you can do your best to triangulate the center of this thing.
Okay. Does it look like it was cast on an object to be the center, like a focal point, or does it just look like that's the center? Like the center is a point in space?
The center of the object, you can't tell height. You can tell X, Y, but not Z. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the XY axis is kind of just in the middle of the village. There's not.
Okay.
It's not like on a tree or a building.
Okay,
And
so there's
granted,
nothing specifically that it seems like it's casted on.
Right. It's kind of in the middle. It's hard to get the exact, exact coordinates, but it seems like it's just in the middle of the town.
All right, I'm gonna try and dispel it. I can dispel one object, so if I actually see the center, I can try and dispel that directly, can't I?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and dispel the source of the magic.
Okay.
Is this a 30-foot cube or one object?
You cast Dispel Magic. And dispel all the magic in the area.
And nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
God damn it.
Doesn't make sense because there is something magical here. We can see it.
Does it look like it's still there, the aura?
I think Dispel Magic cancels all spell effects, including Dispel Magic, that detect magic going on.
But it wasn't an AoE. I did it on an object specifically trying
But
to
there wasn't an object specifically.
I was trying to... Can I not target the aura itself if I find the source of the aura?
Hang on, he's not going to be putting himself in range of the AoE though. Otherwise, he'd be dispelling all of his magic items.
That's a good point. Okay. The aura is there still, except for this 30 by 30 cube where the spell
And
has
nothing
gone
looks
off.
different?
Yeah, everything else looks
So
the same.
there's also those cubes where I left the other ones?
Right.
Ah, okay. So it is dispelling it.
I say, Malachi, I am dispelling it slowly, but I'm not finding anything. If we
Weird.
take some time, I could theoretically do this whole village, but it would probably take a few days.
Shouldn't we deliver the letter first?
Yeah, I think we could always come do this on the way back.
I'm kind of sick of hanging here around here.
Yeah, it's weird.
I understand. We can check on the way back.
It's got to be an
Maybe-
illusion though. Just try and imagine what could they be hiding?
Malachi, what kind of spells are illusions? I know that illusions are trickeries, mirages to blind your mind, but what exactly are the wizard here?
There is
Neil.
as many illusion spells as you can think of. You can construct anything.
Neil, after casting Dispel Magic, I walk into the cube of the Dispelled Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything change?
No.
Okay. I was wondering if it was like affecting me because I was still in the aura.
I like the way you guys are thinking.
I say, you know what? We can come back later and we can try this again.
Yes.
But I think right now we need to go deliver that letter. I don't think
All right.
anything's going to change here in the next few days.
Well, we weren't expecting to find anything about the disappearing people on the way to this place, so this is a bonus.
Maybe we should get Rohana next time.
Sure, Rohana might actually know more.
She's not up to that much.
Well, if we tell her an entire village has disappeared and a giant magical dome of aura, of a magical energy is here, then,
I'm sure she'd be upset. I just don't know what she could do.
well,
She's a diviner. She may know.
maybe her abilities could help us see something.
Yeah,
She's-
perhaps.
She's a diviner. Breaking through illusions should...
Anyways, we should make progress. We've waited here. We've stayed here for far too long. We need to move.
Yeah.
All right.
We have to deliver
Wait,
that
should
letter.
we? Do you not want to just make sure that the giant doesn't have a hoard of treasure in his cave?
Wait, just a
Is
minute.
it on the way? And I looked at Jeeves with that one.
Wait.
The giant's
Malachi.
there, my lord?
The direction the giant went.
Oh, no, sir. He was heading northwest. We're heading southwest.
Okay. I'm sorry, Kine. What were you saying?
Yeah, as we were walking back to the carriage, this kind of ditch in the ground, these two lines.
Oh yeah.
There's something there.
Oh yeah. We should
Just
dispel magic
remember.
there.
I can't today. We could do it on the way back.
We'll do it on the way back.
Yeah, okay.
Got distracted by the giant.
Like it.
Well, Jeeves, let's make haste towards the capital, or the county seat.
Yes, my lord.
Like, I'm going to take a nap.
Yes,
Then
my
I
lord.
go and sit in the back of the carriage.
Yeah.
I guess I walk alongside the carriage for the day. I assume Van usually like walks alongside the carriage in, I guess not all the time, but often, maybe a little bit less in the woods.
There's a lot more room now.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit in the carriage making some arrows.
Can you stop with that incessant filing, please? I'm trying to sleep here.
Oh, Malachi, I can help you with that. Here, just hold still really fast, and I get ready to start casting nap on him.
No. I think I'm all right. I'll just.
I can try to be a bit quieter, but I need them.
Yes.
I'm almost out again. The giant took a lot of them.
Speaking
Nice.
of, do you have 4 left over that you've already made?
No. I'm only having 5 left again. I'm used to all of those I bought. And I
Alright.
made 1 yesterday.
Fair enough.
So, do I get to make arrows properly this time?
Yeah, if you've got all day to do it.
Assuming we don't get interrupted.
Yeah, does something interrupt us?
No. Nothing interrupts you. Sorry, I'm
Okay,
just trying to fix something and it's not fixing the way that I want it to fix, and it's pissing me off.
I'm making 4 arrows. I give 2 to Van.
Cool. That's good. I have 22 now, so I'm only 2 off. You can just refill whatever you need at that point.
Okay. You guys push off with Jeeves in the carriage and head out in the direction of Newfort. A few hours later, you guys find yourself in the plains of the Tether Wilds.
Can you show the map as we're traveling through it?
I think this is where the giants are from. That's what Aldrich said.
Yeah, he wanted us to go into the Tether Wilds.
As soon
Son
as
of a
we
bitch would have gotten us killed back in the day, Malachi. You do realize that.
Yeah, I know. That's what. Well, I seem to think I wanted to go at the time, but it's a good job you talked me out of it.
You guys are doing something like that, and are now. Does ping show up for you? Doesn't seem
As soon as we are out of the forest, I
Yeah.
think you...
you hear.
start
Yeah,
to
okay.
take a closer look around and more often. I'm wary of the surrounding area.
Yeah. I guess Kine and Van probably keep a lookout on a regular basis now.
I stretch out
Actually,
in the
see
caravan.
There's a lot of room. You can see, all the way to the horizon in most areas.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes, the whole day passes uneventfully.
Cool. I can work with that.
Let's make camp then.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
make camp that night.
Do we see anything in like the last few hours of traveling that looks like a cave or something that we could go into?
No, not in the open plains, not in the Tether Wilds.
Cool. And then we just make camp in the open, I guess.
Sure.
And we sleep in the carriage.
No, the carriage is too small to sleep in. It's kind of uncomfortable.
Well, not for everyone, but I think 1 or 2 people
Well,
could.
it's a small area. Like you might be able to curl up on the floor of the carriage, but you could only fit the one person. There's
can't
not
you
really
sit
enough
and
room for a person to stretch out at all in there.
Can't you sit and sleep? Lean against the side of the carriage?
If you wanted to sit down while you sleep, I guess so.
I mean,
That just
everyone-
sounds really uncomfortable to me.
We just make a camp by the carriage like we usually do. Well, I mean, you can sleep under the carriage. That's the safest.
I offer to keep watch for the night. I had a great nap this morning, guys. I'm feeling quite refreshed. I'll stay up for the night. Keep an eye out.
Well, if you want.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
just let me see that rock of yours.
you just said there's a lot of room in the carriage. So
Right, so.
how can there not?
There's like
be
a lot of
enough room?
sitting room, but not a lot of sleeping room. If you wanted to sit sleeping sleep while sitting, you can do it. Like, but you're on. You know, I won't stop you from sleeping sitting up, but that just sounds really uncomfortable to me. Like, don't you hate sleeping on airplanes
It's like on
and
an
buses?
airplane, yeah.
Isn't it the
That is
worst?
terrible.
As Kind starts to go inside the carriage, I say, "What's that? Is our ranger scared of the woods?"
We're not in the woods, you fool. We're in the plains.
Okay, well, scared of the fields then.
Yeah. He just encountered a giant yesterday, a chimera a few days before that. Goblin army.
He has a good point.
And I can't throw fireballs around.
Well, it takes practice. Look, come on, sit with us. You can tell us some stories of your mother, your village.
Your lack of sensitivity is astounding. No.
I was trying to be nice, but fine.
I know.
The-
Just not now.
The next day passes fairly uneventfully as well, and eventually you see on the horizon a new fort.
Neil, I'm going to make more arrows.
Fantastic. You can make d6 arrows per day. So just roll a d6 for the 2 days of travel. So 2
Malachi.
D6.
Yeah.
Have you wondered why Baroness Valmont would send us specifically?
Because we're the greatest heroes of Shirebrook.
I mean, that's the hopeful perspective.
I don't see any other reason.
I just think we should be ready to leave in a hurry, just in case.
What, leave Newfort?
Yes. If you had some spells to turn us invisible, make us escape very quickly, that would be ideal.
You're afraid that the dwarven son will immediately die when you touch him.
I'm not
Why
worried.
would
I'm not
the
worried.
Baroness betray us?
Yes, I'm not worried about. I'm worried she's more concerned for her men's safety and finds us to be expendable.
Don't you have some spell to look into the content of this letter?
I could look into the future if we walked into the throne room, but I would have had to bring the wyvern or the dragon skull with us. I could have been able to tell if we were going to meet a very sorry fate in that room, but alas, I cannot.
Hey, here, Neil. Would a mending spell allow me to open the seal on the letter, read it, and then put it back together?
Ooh.
Oh, it should.
I think
What?
so.
That
Hold on.
seems like a good use for mending.
Yes. Yes, it would. Do you have mending memorized for today?
Well, we've just woke up, right? It's the
Yeah, I
next
can
day.
cast nap on him immediately too.
Yeah, I mean,
So much sleep.
Well, I was saying that we were already arriving at Newfort.
I think
Sure.
we
Then
talk about this on the way though,
Sure,
so I feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
I could also nap him. We could wait for a little while and
Yeah,
do this.
yeah. If you guys want to nap, I can do it.
Van is all about it. Fuck the police. We're gonna break all the laws.
I'll do a little nappy nap then.
All right.
Yeah.
You nap.
Legitimate concerns.
What spell do you expend to be able to learn mending?
Detect magic.
All right. You open the seal, being careful to keep all the wax nearby so it doesn't
And it
go
explodes
anywhere.
in your face.
I would have noticed
Malachi,
when it was when I used detect magic. Did I have the letter near me or not?
Oh yeah.
probably. It does not radiate magic though.
All right. Okay. Yes. So I read the letter.
Okay. I'm going to PM you the letter.
Keep it close to my chest. Oh, you wouldn't want to see what this says.
Okay, let me see. Venice, can you read, kind?
No.
Okay.
Where are you
I think-
PMing me now?
It would be
Zoom.
funny if
It
the
just took me a
letter
moment to write
said to Malachi that he should kill us, and
Okay.
she gave the letter to you, Van.
Van tries to take a look at it. Do you?
I
do you give it to him?
Yeah, I hand it to you. I say it's what she said it is.
It is.
Yeah,
What does it
yeah.
say?
It's a writ of homage. She's just telling the new count that Shirebrook belongs to him.
Oh, well, that's all right.
See, you're being paranoid. You're getting me thinking like that. Van.
I still think we should go in ready to make a quick exit. I know nothing will probably come of it, but I think being paranoid has kept us alive as long as it has, Malachi.
Well, I can learn a spell that'll let us run away really quick, but I haven't got enough invisibility spells for all of us.
Well, you maybe shouldn't talk about any dwarves that died near you, but other than that, we should be fine, hopefully.
I could get us a spell to make a quick escape, Van, but it'll cost you a year.
A year.
If you know what
what?
I mean.
I can reverse magical aging, Malachi. So you know what?
What?
Not yet, but I will be able to. So I can deal with 1 year temporarily.
What kind of spell ages someone for a year?
What kind
To
of spell
confirm.
reverses magical aging for a year?
No, it would reverse any magical aging. It's called Restore Youth. It's a 6th level spell, but I would eventually get it. It's the reverse of a spell that already exists called
Age or something.
Age Person
Creature.
or something. Age Creature.
So, Neil, just to confirm though, haste does not require a system shock roll, right?
Correct.
Okay. Then I'll replace slow for haste.
You know what else would be an option, Malachi? One or two of us could go in. You could get invisibility on 2 people, right? There's no reason all 3 of us have to go deliver that letter.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll go and deliver it if you want, and just invisibility myself if anything happens. But I really think it's going to be okay, Van. I mean, if you want to give all the glory to me, that's fine, but...
I'll go with you. I'm just saying. I think we should just be ready to make a quick exit. That's all I'm saying.
All right, yeah, no, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. You guys find yourselves entering the walled town of...
Cool.
Unlike Shirebrook, which is kind of sprawling, New Fort is very clustered. It's much smaller area-wise than Shirebrook, but much more built up. All those buildings kind of just get cramped together and then go up because the wall confines the town, so they build vertically.
It's more like Thornwood.
Yeah, more like Thornwood.
Well, seems like a nice enough place.
Yeah.
To the
Is
gods.
it still daylight?
Yeah, it is daylight. New
Okay.
Fort is a little bit smaller than Shirebrook. It's about population about 5,000-ish. It's got stone walls. And as you guys pick your way through town towards the keep at the center, you hear a man proselytizing, which is not uncommon. There are people proselytizing people all day, every day. But what catches your ear is the words, "The blight of Cheese is upon us! She
I put my
damns us
medallion
all!"
away. I grabbed my medallion and put it in my bag.
Did he just say the blight of cheese? I thought you made that god up, man.
I just thought you talked about cheese. Yes. From
I want to
milk.
I want to like observe the situation. Like, does it seem to be is this man like an extremist? Does it seem like people regard him as an extremist, or is everyone like, yeah, fuck cheese?
You see a small crowd gathering around a table that has a big fire adjacent to it, a pot over it, and a few other things around. It appears that this man, who, as you kind of ask people what's going on, whose name is Theralad, has been proselytizing what he calls the blight of Cheese.
All right.
According to Theralad, Cheese represents all that is wrong with the world. People caring more about how things look rather than how things are. People suffer so that fine lords and ladies can wine and dine and fancy themselves in silks and gold. Cheese tells us to focus on the supernatural, the superficial, and not the meaningful. And also, in addition to this, you see that he has a dozen swans. Some of them have been plucked, and the other ones are being roasted over this fire. Others are being boiled in this pot, and you notice that they are skewering and roasting the birds without killing them first. And for those of you not in the know, swan is the symbol of cheese.
I turn to Malachi and I say, Malachi, remember when I said we may need to make a quick exit?
Yeah.
I'm looking
Just be ready, and I'm gonna walk up to this crowd.
I'm trying to hold it back. Don't do anything rash, please.
Kind, this is the first time anyone's even acknowledged shit.
How ugly is
It
this?
is wrong, but please don't kill anybody for this.
It is above average attractiveness.
Okay.
As you step forward, someone hands you a wooden plate with some roast swan on it. It says, "Roast swan, down with cheese. Roast swan."
Doesn't Van have the symbol of cheese all over his?
No, I put I think we were going to do that, but we didn't pay him the extra money in the end to get it detailed. I only paid because Croak only paid him half in advance.
Yeah.
And I only paid the other half, so I don't think it ever did get detailed, thankfully. So I just have plain plate armor.
Okay. And I think actually, before you say anything, we're gonna end our episode for today.
All right.
We'll see how you deal with the Down with Cheese group on the other side of our... No, next week. No, the week after next, because we won't be playing next week. Next week is an off week for us, and then we're going to switch to, if I'm correct, a Friday schedule. Fridays
we should
at
be able to
1
play it
p.m.
a lot more then.
Right.
I don't know, Neil. Could we do one shot next week? Maybe Fridays to get people
Well,
used to
let's
the-
deal with that separately. But Hardcore
Okay.
Heroes will be back one day before, but 1 hour later than its normal time slot. So normally we start at Saturday at noon. So now we're going to be starting Friday at 1. So those of you in, whatever other countries, you can adjust times accordingly. And that will be not this upcoming week, but the week after. So the next Hardcore Heroes game is on Friday the 28th.
Right.
That said, let's do our shout-outs, and let's kill the stream for the day.
Wait, XP Neil, no?
Oh yeah, XP.
Oh, yeah. Let me tally that up while you guys talk about what's going on in your lives coming forward and your big announcements.
I'm going to be spending the next 2 weeks preparing to kill an old man.
Playing a group,
Oh. That's weird.
killing a group of people eating swan.
Yeah, no, we'll see what happens. No, I don't do anything with my life. I just kind of go to school and play video games. That's about it.
How is school going?
It's going all right. This is the boring semester for me.
Is this your junior year or sophomore year?
Yeah, this is the semester where I get all of my UCore out of the way so I can not do UCore any later on.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty much the same. Work, playing video games. Not as much as I used to, but I'm for Civ 6.
Yeah, I'm super hyped for Civ 6.
Will you play it with chat if the multiplayer is
I will
decent?
not play multiplayer Civilization ever.
No.
Multiplayer Civilization
No.
is a piece of shit. It's the devil, and no.
Aw, too bad.
Yeah.
And I can only recommend to all people in chat who love wood-written games, Sunless Sea. Play it.
Let's see. I'm going to check that out.
All right,
I have-
everyone gets group experience is 1,250.
Okay.
That's for giants, discovering some new locations, investigating this strange magic, and the giant, of course.
4, 6, 9, 10, 13, 14. I have 14 spell levels. Should be 700 XP, I think.
Sure. 14.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all the dispel magics.
Yeah. I didn't actually add those. Let me do those.
Yeah, because those don't really overcome problems. The detect magic.
I did
dispel
one in
magics.
total because I think it helped us sort of figure out what was going on.
Yeah,
with it.
one dispel magic is fine. One detect magic is fine.
I only did one.
Right.
I didn't stack things unless multiple castings were useful. So like if I do multiple healing spells, I stack those.
Right, but what did
But
you
if I
cast
do-
other than detect magic, dispel magic, and cure moderate wounds?
Protection from fire,
Oh.
bless,
Right. And
thought
bless.
collection. Yeah.
Collection.
all
Okay.
that shit.
Neil,
Yeah.
do I still get XP for slow and glitter dust even though we passed a save? I still do, right?
Spells cast to overcome problems.
Doesn't say they have.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll count the slow.
And mending as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I think one magic missile, one fireball. No, 2 magic missiles,
One fireball.
one fireball, one slow, one glitter dust, one detect magic, and one mending.
And one invisibility.
Oh yeah. Thanks. So that's
Very unlikely I'm going to level this.
Yeah, me neither. 10, 11, 12,
Well,
14 spell levels for me as well.
So unlikely that I'm gonna level now.
All right.
Well, Neil, I do level, right? We did
Right, hold
have
on. Let me do
today.
individual experience as well.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's give Van Helsing 50 for the dispel magic. Like that. Everything else was good, but not exceptionally clever.
Mending, no.
Oh yeah, mending. That's good. Mark 100 for that.
Recap, is that 100 or 200?
I don't
100.
remember.
100.
100.
Yeah.
Okay, warrior, 10 experience per hit die per level. You were level 2. The
So-
giant had 12 hit dice. So that's
Wow.
24 times 10 is 240 experience.
Oh, do we get the roleplay XP? The 200 that we usually take?
Sure. Take 200 for role playing. Priest's already got his thing. Wizard's got his thing, and Bob's your uncle. So, Kind levels. Kind, why don't you roll us a D10 plus your con mod?
Yeah. One moment. Be 10 plus 1. Big numbers.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, now we can feel free to have all the monsters target Bastion
Yeah.
from now on out.
And he's still gonna hide behind Van.
I have only 18 AC.
Oh no.
We'll have to
Only
make sure that we
exactly
use
the
things
same.
that don't target your armor class, like picking you up and throwing you.
Yeah.
So you have 23 HP now.
Yeah.
That's
He's
a
catching
lot.
up to me.
I
All right.
only have 18 AC and a potion of superheroism.
I don't wanna
can't do shit.
I don't want to see anyone stepping behind me at this point. All right.
I have your AC is 17, Kind. Why is it
Yeah,
18?
17, 18 with a shield.
Okay.
I'm 1819 with the shield. So for people wondering, I am 1300 XP off from leveling.
And I am 1,933.
And just
Almost
to double check, Van and Malachi, you're both level 6, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're
And
both very close to
Malachi, you have 13 HP. Van Helsing, you have 35.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. My stat blocks are all correct then.
Hopefully I don't die next session because I'll probably level if I don't. And if that's
Yeah.
the case, it's level 7 is big for clerics. I get better saves, I get better Thaco, I get new spells, I get so much stuff when I hit level 7.
Yeah. Level 7's a big level.
Leveling again. 9,000. Only under 3,000 XP away.
Nice. Yeah, you're leveling them quick.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
Yeah, that's why it's not so bad to start out with like a level 1 character when you die and roll a new one because you just power level with the higher level group.
And we hit bonuses. Oh, and finally, my hide and shadows and move silently have some minor chance to succeed because my hide armor gives me minus 20% on both. And I now have finally some percentages do something for me.
So how much was the giant worth? Like 3,000?
Exactly.
Okay. So it was 1,250. So I was trying to add that up. It seems very strange considering chimeras are like 5,000, but that giant probably couldn't have missed us and could throw us like 200 yards and did over 10 damage in an attack.
Plus 11 to hit, which is why it can only
Yeah.
miss on its grab attacks on a 1.
Chimera's got 3 attacks though, or 4 attacks. The
That's
giant
true.
one.
And it does have the breath weapon and it can fly. I guess it does have stuff. It's just
Don't forget, the Chimera failed slow. If the Giant had failed slow, it
That's
would have
true.
been an easy fight.
that
Well,
is
if the
true.
giant had failed slow, he probably wouldn't have been trying to capture people. He probably would have been trying to hit them with his club.
Yeah.
Because
probably.
the club did, what was it, 2d6 plus 7 points of damage
that
at plus
wouldn't
11 to
really-
hit.
I
Yes.
probably would have taken that over him trying to grab me, honestly.
Yeah, because with -4 to hit and -4 AC.
I mean, -4 to hit would make him plus 7 to hit. So
Yeah.
he'd still hit Van on a 10 or better. I guess 11 or
Yeah.
better.
But he's
Or
only getting
12
two
if I
attack-
have my shield up.
One attack
Yeah.
every 2 rounds.
Yeah. I think
Where
it
might have
probably would have been.
lived? Where might have
Yeah.
lived?
Bear might have lived, but, well, it didn't feel right Bear being alive when Wolf was dead anyway, I suppose.
Yeah.
Didn't feel
Join
alright.
his brother.
One is alive.
Yeah. Try not to think about it. Well, good game, everybody. Thanks, Neil.
All right,
Yeah.
that's it for today. We'll see you guys next week. No, the week
Or
after
the week
next.
after.
On
I
the
might-
Hardcore Heroes.
I could probably do a one shot, but we'll figure that out off
We'll
camera.
figure that out off
Yeah.
stream. All right, guys.
All right.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.